Hey guys, Rick down here, Holy Moly Outdoors. Thank you so much for joining us today. It is Thursday, June 14th, and you know what that means? It's another tank test Thursday. I have a product today. May have seen in many of my videos being used, but I really wanted to showcase this thing because we are right in the heart of salmon and steelhead fishing right here in the Northwest. Being the middle of June, we have a lot of opportunities available to us. So the product I want to talk about today really makes your presentation better. You are fishing better, more effectively. You're not having to check stuff all the time, and you'll get to see what I'm talking about here in just a second. So I'm really excited to showcase this to you guys. We're going to go through a couple different baits. Our water conditions right now are actually in very good shape. For this time of the year, typically we're a lot lower than we are at, so it's a nice blessing. But we are about ready to hit some hot streaks in terms of the weather, and we're going to have some waters dropping pretty quickly. So let me tell you, this product will help you be a better fisherman because it'll mean more time in the water and less time rigging up. So let's take a look at this product today. We are talking about the bait buttons. Now there are two different types of the bait buttons. There's the big game size, which is more of your saltwater type application. But today, for salmon and steelhead and our basic types of fishing that we're doing this time of the year, I want to bring out the regular original size bait button. What's awesome about this, so if you're a guy that steelhead fishes with bait, or somebody that likes to fish soft plastic like pink worms or rubber worms, eggs, there's all sorts of stuff out there. This product will be able to really make your life a lot easier. If you're a bass fisherman, all of us know in that situation where you're fishing soft plastics and you happen to set the hook, you end up pretty much ripping your bait apart. Well, I can tell you right now, this will make your life easier. So we're going to stick though in the steelhead realm at the moment here because I want to showcase to you guys a couple different types of lures this time of the year as we're transitioning out of our normal snow melt flows to our lower water. So the bait button becomes in key here because I like to use a specific couple different types of baits. The first one we will talk about is just your standard jig. Now many of you know, as I've gone through in the last couple of videos, but a typical salmon or steelhead jig. This one happens to be just a typical 16th ounce that I tie up. Really good little summer run pattern. Purple feathers, pink crystal flash kind of type Estes body. And this will fish great by itself. But many know with steelhead in particular, adding a little bit of something, scent, bait, a little bit of action will make a difference. So think of this little X Factor rubber egg as either a piece of sand shrimp, a piece of prawn, something that you want to add a little bit of spice to this bait. So if I take my jig, it's all tied on my rod, we add in our piece of prawn, we are now rigged up, fishing, and you're good to go. Many know you get maybe 3 or 4 casts before that prawn goes flying down river. So what you do, get yourself one of these bait buttons and it'll resolve your problem. So I'm going to show you guys this in the test tank, but that's one option. Another one is a good old pink worm like I had mentioned. I got one of the Clear Drift Floats worms here for steelhead. This happens to be a 3-inch purple with the chartreuse tail. And what's great about this worm itself is it's a very durable plastic. I mean, you put that hook in there, that sucker is on. However though, again, the same thing just like with shrimp. You get a bite, you set the hook, you're going to end up getting your worm to do that by the time you reel it in. Which sucks because you know you missed a fish. Then you have to re-put push everything back down, recenter it, get it all ready. You don't have a keeper by any means inside this jig head to keep that stationary. Well, you got one of these bait buttons, help you out there. Another one you may see is some kind of a smaller type bait. I use this one from X Factor Tackle. This happens to be a teaser minnow, and this happens to be their crawdad color. This time of the year, these fish get really pressured, either from low water or the amounts of people. They get pressured. They see thousands of jigs, thousands of beads, everything under the sun you can think of gets thrown at them. Downsizing, first off, the bait itself, and then the profile, as well as colors, will all make a difference. This in itself is very subtle and looks like a little crawdad. So that can be very effective. However, you can also change the color to something more attention grabbing like this one, which is the Steelhead Pink. So a couple different options, but when you use something with the bait button, this will not slide up and down. You can see there is nothing holding that bait to the jig head. So what's so unique about this bait button, you guys might want to ask? Well, let me tell you. So this dispenser that you get in your package comes with 100 of the little rubber discs. These little rubber discs are what make everything happen. So we'll first take a look at the jig that we represented with a rubber egg here for the prawn piece. So if I'm going to take a look, there's my dispenser in the middle groove here at the bottom. If you shake it down, you'll see one of our little rubber discs pop out. What you end up doing is you thread that hook right through the center and get right in the middle of that red dot. Just like that. Now what's great about this then is as I slide that down right on top of the bait, this is pinned. You guys can see here, there is no way that prawn is coming off, or in this case the rubber egg. I can cast this, I can make longer casts, further casts. I can worry about making my presentation the best I can as opposed to seeing my shrimp fly off 20 feet to the left of me, reel it back in, rebait, and recast only to have the shrimp fall off again. Let me tell you guys, you will go through far less bait if as a bank fisherman. You will make your presentations more efficient out of the boat. This equates to more time in the water and more fish ultimately at the end of the day. How about we take this pink worm? Same thing. Shaking this down, gonna find the center. Just like that. It tucks it nice right up on the hook there, and bam. Got our X Factor tackle, teaser minnow. Right through the dead center, pushing that little disc there, back to the top. You're all set. This will make baits last longer. You will go through far less in a hole. For you bass fishermen, you will be able to make more fish out of one bait. There's so many great things here to think about. So let's then now transfer this over to the small test tank, and I can show you guys just really what this looks like. And it makes all the difference for just a small little piece. I have these all over my boat, in my bag, everything. Probably the best thing that I could have bought in the last couple years was getting a hold of some of bait buttons. So let's take a look. Alright, so here is our beautiful little jig tipped with our bait. You guys can see here that bait button holds it in there just perfect. And as you fish this thing under a float or however you want to, you are just setting yourself up to have repeated casts, more time in the water, better opportunity at fish. Really makes all the difference. Alright, next guys, our awesome pink worm. In this case we got our clear drift float, purple and chartreuse. You can see that bait button right there holding everything in place. This is a maxi Yakima bait maxi jig head. It has no hook keeper or anything on there, so it can slide, but that bait button helps keep everything in place so you can fish effectively and know that your presentation is not going to get out of hand. Next we have our lovely X Factor tackle teaser minnow here. You can see just how great this thing looks in the water, like a great little crawdad minnow imitation. And that bait button there on the back keeps everything in place so it does not slide. Highly recommend picking yourself up some of these bait buttons, guys, because no matter what type of presentation you're using, you're going to have more time on the water, you're going to have better presentation, and equates to more fish. And how about as an added bonus, throwing in something a little different these fish may have not seen? How about a glob of eggs on a jig hook? It's an X Factor tackle medium-sized cluster of orange steelhead eggs with a bait button on the back to showcase how easy this is to keep this in place. And as you cast and fish, it will not separate or move off of that jig head. Great presentation, small little egg profile, help you get more fish. Alright guys, so there you have it. That is the bait button and its uses for our summer steelhead and salmon. This is a great thing, like I've mentioned, to have in your tackle box, in your boat, on the bank with you. So super exciting. I mean, I can't tell you how many uses this little thing has. Every day I'm coming up with something different. So whether you're freshwater, bass, you like saltwater, there is a version for you, but the bait button is something you need to get yourself one of. And in fact, we're going to make this kind of fun. We're going to give one of these away. So how about this? Go give us a thumbs up on this video. Go subscribe to our channel. And if we can get 30 likes on this one, we'll say, I will pick a random comment out of the down below and I will be able to go forward and send one of these off to you guys. So comment below, give us a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel. We got a ton more stuff coming through. But that's the bait buttons, guys. I really hope you can pick some of these up and make your presentation better this summer for all your different types of fish. So take care, guys. Thanks so much for tuning in today. Really enjoyed being able to share this with you, and we'll catch you on the water. Take care and fish on!